Well, it's definitely going to continue. We've seen birth rates remain low in almost all places of the world. Now, Europe has been a place where they've been dealing with this, like you mentioned, some of the countries, and a lot of the governments there have been doing anything they can to boost the birth rate back to at least 2.1. That's the replacement rate. If the average woman has 2.1 babies, your population stays steady if you have no immigration or emigration. And almost no developed economy has that anymore. We barely do, and places like Japan or Spain, it's 1.0, 1.1. So they've been trying to implement policies, more free daycare, more time off for women when they have babies. And that, in a couple cases, has worked. The French economy is one I can think of where they went very aggressive on really giving women a lot of time off when they have a kid, guaranteeing that their job would be there when they came back. And their birth rate went up. It's not, I think it went up to 2, which by European standards is tremendously high. So there is hope that perhaps the birth rates can be brought up a little bit. But it's having the impact already of reducing the growth ceilings in all of these economies. The growth ceiling is where your economy gets when it starts to overheat. So in Europe today, it's 2%. It used to be 4%. Why is that? Well, the working age population is shrinking. Your labor market is contracting. Things get too expensive. Inflation goes up when you get to that kind of a growth rate. And that's going to continue. In the developed world, it's continuing. China has a very low birth rate. Now, they changed the one-child policy last year. The birth rate went up to 1.6%, 1.6 babies per woman. But that's about as high as it'll probably get. We've seen as urbanization continues in emerging markets, the number of babies goes down. The only places that birth rates remain very high are in the Middle East, parts of Africa, and in Central and South Asia. That's about it. Everywhere else in the world, the birth rate has fallen substantially and isn't likely to go up anytime soon. And demography is like turning an oil tanker. You can suddenly tell everyone to have babies, and they do, but it takes a long time before the benefits of that are realized down the road.